All right, so welcome everybody once again to another exciting, interesting market review session. I'm sorry we started earlier, but there was an issue with the what's it called now with the audio, but it's all fine now. Okay, so like I was saying, even though you guys couldn't hear me, all right, I was talking about the fact that the market review session is that session where we get to take a look at the markets, all right, and understand what our biases for the week are supposed to be. All right, last week, the biases and all of the analysis that we dropped delivered close to about 6,000 pips in the VIP groups, all right, close to about 6,000 pips, and it was really, really an amazing week for us. All right, although during the course of the week, I'll also be having about 2 or 3 live sessions with those in the mentorship platform and those in the signals group. All right, but nonetheless, this is the general bias that we're going to be working with, all right, for everybody. So looking at the charts, this is US dollar chart, all right, and it's usually where we start from. You can see over here we are having a classic AMD kind of pattern, all right. This is the accumulation. The week gives us the manipulation, all right, that short week out of that base, all right, the manipulation. Then we've seen the distribution, and right now price is coming back to this other block to give us a reaction, which means that we could see the dollar become weaker for probably one more day, all right, or like say about 36 hours, 36, 38 hours, and thereafter we should see some strength coming back into the dollar, all right, to carry us at least to the 50% of this Fibonacci, all right. Even though it doesn't look like a long movement or it doesn't look like much, I'm certain that on the other time frames it's definitely going to be a whole lot. All right, I'm actually certain about that. So having said that, we're going to be looking at the majors. All right, we're going to look at the majors, and then from the majors, we're going to start contemplating our direction for the week. So this is EURUSD. This is a chart of EURUSD. Okay, we've seen break of structure over here. All right, we've seen that break of structure. We've seen this break of structure. All right, we've seen liquidity grabbed here. Price refused to go down, which means that this is going to most likely be the next area of liquidity grab. Remember, we're on the daily time frame. Okay, so what does this mean? What does this mean for price? It means we could see price do a shady dance. Right, we could see price do a shady dance, take out liquidity from these equal highs, all right, then before finally heading down. Okay, this movement should be close to about let me see, yeah, it should be close to about 300 pips give or take. Okay, so it should be about 300 pips give or take. When you look at this, all right, when you look at this, it tells you that it is also correlating to what we already have on the higher time frames, all right. It correlates with what we already have from the dollar as well. Hold on, please. All right, so this also corresponds to it. So for EURUSD, we might see EURUSD rise up a bit more, all right, go up a bit higher, all right, and then we can now start anticipating that sell move. Okay, that major sell move. That's going to be about 300 pips. So around Tuesday, we should see that move play out. All right, the next one is we're going to look at the GU. All right, if you have a commodity that you like us to take a look at, you can just drop that as well in the chat box, and then I'm going to address that as well. Sorry, I just want to clear this so it doesn't look so rough. All right, so currently this is GBPUSD. Okay, and I am expecting price to come probably this much or this far. All right, maybe somewhere around here. Okay, because I would like to see, you can see that this liquidity got taken already, but price is not acting like it wants to react from this other block right now. Okay, that's not the kind of energy that the market is giving us, which means that this other block could as well become an area for a liquidity grab. Okay, this other block could as well become an area for a liquidity grab that now brings us to that other block up top. All right, this other block here. And then we may get to see that sell impulse from here. All right, we could get to see this sell move from here. So what does this mean? It means that comparing notes with what we already have on the US dollar chart, all right, this looks, it appears to be correlating quite well. All right, break of structure here, we've seen the movement. So now we're returning to that other block that broke structure. As simple as that. Okay, so right now, if you have a commodity that you like us to take a look at, all right, you want us to review a particular commodity, you can easily just drop that in the chat box. All right, you can easily just drop that in the chat box, and we'll look at it together right about now. All right, the next one we're going to take a look at gold, because it's also a commodity that a lot of you look out for. All right, this was my bias on gold last week. Played out massively well. We got almost about over 1,000 pips. Got over 1,000 pips, and it was a sweet move. I can tell you that it was a very sweet move. So let's go to the daily time frame and see if there's a correlation with what we're looking at on the dollar. Naturally, I think this other block is staring at me in the face quite interestingly. So currently we can see that it seems this other block has been taken out as liquidity, as a liquidity zone. Okay, so price comes into this other block, and then we see that drop, all right, which is most likely going to be a very massive drop. At least this should be the first area of call, and then this could be the final destination. But let's just stick with the first zone over here. All right, which could be, let's see, that would be close to about, close to about 600 pips, 500, 600 pips at least. Okay, so that is for gold. Okay, someone has requested EUROJPY. So let's take a look at EUROJPY. EUROJPY. It used to be one of my favorite commodities at some point, but I don't know what happened between us that made me suddenly lose interest in that young man. All right, yeah, this is EUROJPY, and I talked about, this was last week, I talked about the fact that I was expecting liquidity to get taken from here. All right, and I think that we can already see that it seems liquidity has already been taken from that zone. Okay, however, there are a number of zones or other block areas that price might want to react from, and this is the number one. All right, this particular one is the first one, and it seems like price is already reacting from there, or has already reacted from there. Yeah, so that's the first other block, and it seems like, yes, price has reacted from there. However, okay, we may still see price do a dirty dance, all right, all the way, probably all the way down here, all right, coming lower into this other block, okay, before we get that major move. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm not really enjoying this kind of rejection. All right, that rejection is not healthy, because after the week, the candle that closed after is still a bearish candle. It's still closed bearish. All right, and we only just had one bullish candle so far. So that reaction for me is not giving investor vibes. All right, so that is why I wouldn't be betting on that move just yet. All right, I wouldn't be betting on that move just yet. So that is for EUROJPY. I think the next commodity you guys have requested is BTCUSD. And please drop your commodities. Mr. Sunday, we just looked at GBPUSD right about now. That was even I think it was one of the first commodities we looked at. Yeah, it was the second one we looked at immediately after Euro USD. Immediately after Euro USD. So this is GBP USD. This is my expectation from GBP USD. Because in fact, I didn't want to show this earlier, but I think maybe it could help somebody. Right? Probably it could help somebody. So basically, that is the channel right about now, okay, that we're having. But it could help somebody in their analysis, okay, so that when you're trying to find an entry, you can just draw that channel. So BTC USD, let me see. I'm sure that I have BTC USD somewhere around here. Please hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. BTC USD, where are you? I'm actually avoiding opening a new chart. Bills, we already looked at GBP USD, and I even just, this is GBP USD on the chart right now. All right, but since you missed it, you can just easily catch up on the recording. All right, it's going to be posted on YouTube in a few hours, so you can easily go take a look at that. All right, this is BTC USD. I was hoping it will come here, all right, but it didn't give that move. It just dived all the way down. All right, broke through all the resistance levels, or sorry, all the demand zones. All right, broke through every single one of them. I think I have an article on BTC USD already on the FBS website, but I'm also still going to review this a little bit. Okay, so currently, if you look at this on the weekly time frame, you can see that this is the zone that we're at already at the moment. All right, this zone. And from the look of things, there's a huge possibility that that zone does not play out. All right. However, since we're saying that the dollar should get weaker, we might see the Bitcoin. All right, we might see Bitcoin increase a little bit, okay, until it gets into a much stronger zone, which means that we could see BTC USD make a move like this. All right, something along this line, and then drop even lower. So that is very, very probable, because as soon as dollar starts to gain strength, all right, Bitcoin is definitely going to start diving a bit. All right, it's going to start nose diving towards some lower grounds. Okay, and maybe you want to check out my analysis, my BTC USD analysis on the FBS website. It should shed a lot of light on what my expectation for BTC USD is, as well as ETH and I think Litecoin as well. All right, BTC, ETH, and Litecoin. You'll find my detailed analysis on the FBS website. What other commodities is that? US 100. US 100. Let me see if I have that on this account. I'm not sure. I don't think so. However, if the dollar is supposed to get a bit weaker, all right, it means that you can literally buy US 100 a little bit, all right, buy it a little bit until when price gets to the other block, all right, until when price gets to the other block. And the same thing applies for US 30, all right. If the dollar is weak, US 30, US 100 should buy, all right, and you can just easily correlate that with the US dollar chart. Okay, CAD CHF. As you can see, this was my analysis on CAD CHF. That was going to go up and then drop suddenly. I don't know if Mr. Roderick is on this call. Is he? Or is there anybody in the mentorship group in the last mentorship batch? I don't know. Let me see. Destiny, you are in the mentorship batch, right? Please unmute yourself. I want to be sure that we talked about this CAD CHF setup in the mentorship group. I think we did. Destiny Tedwill.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. You are in the mentorship group, right? The last batch that I just finished training last month.
Yes, sir.
You remember this card CHF setup that we looked at? Or you weren't online the day we talked? Okay, you probably weren't online. Roderick should be able to remember because I think he was even the one that dropped the setup before I confirmed the entry. No problem, no problem. Thank you. We're good. So let's look at card CHF. This is the daily time frame, and as far as I'm concerned, this is a drop from the weekly time frame. All right, so it is still going very far. You can see this was the break of structure on the weekly time frame, and currently this nosedive is going to go far. All right, or at least I expect it to go far. All right, I expect it to go very, very far. And how far do I expect it to go? At least to somewhere around here. All right. If you check this card CHF, you see that card CHF currently is already about 330 pips. All right. And we still have about at least 50, 60 pips left. All right. Minimum. All right. A minimum of 50 to 60 pips on card CHF. Okay. So, Emmy, do you get that breakdown now? Is that clear now? So maybe we'll get to see something like this. All right. Which other commodity do you guys want us to take a look at? Just drop it in the chat box and we'll do that right now. Any other commodity, guys? Any other commodity? EURUSD, that was the first one we looked at. You can go through the recording on YouTube. Definitely you see EURUSD on there. Just drop the commodities quickly and then we can look through them. AUDJPY, yeah, that's a cool one. AUDJPY is also going to be cool. All right, GBPJPY, AUDJPY. Okay. GJ, interesting, bro. You can see that I had a clear setup for a sell on GJ. Right, played out perfectly well. Right. Yes, gold as well. We've looked at gold as well. This was the setup on GJ. Right, over 560 pips in profit. You can see I talked about the fact that GJ was going to come all the way up, all right, and then drop. And this was even from last week market review that I did, and I believe that I updated the guys in the mentorship group. This is the daily time frame. All right, this is the daily time frame, and currently I think that GBPJPY is moving towards this other block. All right, that is the point where I expect to get a reaction from, at least. Okay, so on the 4 hours time frame, if you look at that, you see that we already tested into that other block. All right, price has already tapped into that other block. Okay, which means that this movement we are seeing, all right, might just come up to this other block. All right, might just come up to this other block, and then from there we continue the journey downwards. All right, because I kind of expect this area to be taken. All right, I kind of expect liquidity to be taken from this area so that price can come into this zone, all right, after filling up this imbalance. Right, so after filling up this imbalance and taking liquidity from these lows, all right, taking liquidity from these lows, then we tap into this other block and then move. So GJ could temporarily give us this buy, all right, come into this other block and then drop lower, which means that we're expecting about about 900 pips drop on GJ. All right, we're expecting about 900 pips drop on GJ. You're welcome. AUD JPY, Euro AUD, AUD USD. All right, AUD USD. This is the daily time frame. You can see I opt into a sell from this other block. Price has shown me Pepe. It's still showing me Pepe right now. But I'm still in the trade because as far as I'm concerned, the overall bias is still bearish. All right. If price doesn't give me that move from here, which I very much doubt, right? I very much doubt that I wouldn't get that move from here. Very much, because based on my entry schematic, all right, I have seen all the criteria that are supposed to play out. Okay, and you can see that from this other block, we're already seeing this rejection. Okay, we're already seeing this rejection. So I'm expecting that this comes all the way down. All right, once the market opens, I think I should be adding another sell entry. I'm not sure yet, but I'll just observe how the market plays. All right, but worst case scenario, we might just see price coming to create a divergence before the big drop. Okay, but I am very certain that the big drop will happen. All right, and it is going to come at least down here. All right, at least, which is going to be about about 250 pips at least. All right, on AUD USD. So we're targeting at least 250 pips on AUD USD. This AUD JPY. Let's look at it on the daily time frame. For clarity, you can see I already have my order block marked on AUD JPY. We're seeing liquidity taken out from this equal lows. All right, we're seeing liquidity taken from those equal lows. So price coming into this other block on the 4 hours time frame will literally signal that yes, we're ready for some action. Okay, so you can just hold on and see how price reacts from this other block, because personally I expect price to react. But in the event that that other block doesn't give us the kind of reactions we're looking for, then this would be my point of entry. All right, I'll just envisage price coming into this other block and then giving a clearer movement. Okay. By the way, there are schematics that are used for knowing whether a trade is ripe or not, right? For knowing whether it is ready to move my way or not. Okay, and based on those criteria, when price gets to these other blocks, all right, I'm going to check which of those other blocks gives me that preferred confirmation that I need to see, all right, and then afterwards I can take that trade and move in line with the trade, with the trend. All right, the next one is Euro AUD. Euro AUD. Ensure that I should have the chart somewhere here. All right, please hold on. I realize it's been a while since I shared the trade of the week or the setup of the week with you guys. I'm going to be trying my best to do that this week. All right, so we're going to give you, I'll try my best to give you guys the trade of the week, all right, which is basically going to be the highest probability setup that I am considering for the week. All right, the setup that I'm considering to give me the highest probability for the week. All right, so I'm going to make efforts to drop that during the course of the week so that everybody can flow along with that. Okay, so here you see possibility of a liquidity grab, all right, and then price comes into the other block. Okay, price comes into the other block, and then we can shoot our shot. I'm literally expecting Euro AUD to be bullish. Right, I expect it to be bullish from this other block. All right, we've seen equal lows liquidity grab over here. All right, over here and very clean. Okay, so I want to see price come in here. All right, give me a very clear divergence or convergence, and then I can literally push this all the way back up. Okay, since the overall trend is still bullish, and you can see that we already broke structure here. All right, we already had a bullish break of structure here. So literally, I'm just expecting this to give me the clear signal for a buy so that I can ride the continuation of that bullish trend. Any other commodity you guys want us to take a look at? Whatever commodity would that be? Do we have any other commodities you guys want us to take a look at, please? Okay, I think that would be all for tonight. But don't forget the boot camp, the mentorship boot camp is still registration is still going on. We're looking at having an end of the year boot camp where I'm going to be showing you guys all of the things that make up my strategy. I'll show you my strategy. It's for 1 month, all right? It's going to span all through December. For 1 month, we're going to look at what the market has in store. Skittles, I'm sorry, you can see that I'm using my FBS terminal, and this account does not have those indices. Okay, it does not have those indices. I'm using the standard Forex account, my FBS standard Forex account. So sorry about that. Maybe during the week, you can remind me to drop setups on all of those indices, and I'll do my best to do that. So the boot camp, all through December, we're going to be having an end of the year boot camp. The usual price for my mentorship program is $500, but we're having a 90% discount on the mentorship. You still get the same quality treatment. You still get the access to the same live charts, live signals, and all of that. All right. It's just that instead of spacing out your training, we compress everything into one single month. All right. So rather than pay $500, you get to pay $50 and get access to all of these things for that price. Okay. So if you want to sign up, you can reach out to Emmy. You can reach out to any other person that is part of the admin. All right. And they'll put you through on the registration process. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for joining tonight. And without further ado, I want to say a big thank you and God bless you. For those who missed the analysis, all right, the setups are going to be available on the YouTube channel. So do well to look it up, watch the video, follow through the sessions, follow through the analysis, and I can assure you that you will make some massive, massive profits this week. All right. I wish you guys the best. Have a fantastic one. Bye-bye, and God bless you.